As someone who struggles with both autism and ADHD, stimulation is a major factor in my everyday life. Too much or too little of it can drive me up the wall, and striking a balance is important, so much so that it affects the kinds of video games I play. I feel it more than ever as an adult, but there's something, a secret ingredient, that stimulates my brain just right and can pull me into a game for hours upon hours. What do you value most when it comes to picking out a game to play? Story, characters, graphics, raw gameplay? For me, it's often what I'd call STEM toy elements. Well, what does that mean? I'll try to explain. If you don't know, a STEM toy is typically a pocket-sized toy or gadget that's designed to provide easy, quick stimulation. They're very popular among those with autism and ADHD. You probably know what a fidget spinner is, so you know that even those without disabilities can find them extremely satisfying. And heads up, I'm going to be saying satisfying a lot. We'll be taking a look at two elements that I believe come together to create a feeling of satisfaction and stimulation that I just can't get enough of. These elements can appear in almost any game, from platformers to job simulators. I'll be using a few specific games as examples to better illustrate my point. So without further ado, we'll start with autism comes with a lot of baggage, and being easily overwhelmed is a constant worry for me. It's for this reason that I tend to prefer games with easy to learn, pick up and play controls. The original Doom is a great example. Move, shoot, open doors, flip switches. Pure simplicity. Many PC games nail this aspect with mouse-based point-and-click control schemes. Games like Inscription or That's Not My Neighbor can be played pretty much entirely with the mouse. Not being intimidated by the UI is also important. The modern Fallout games have great, easily understandable menu and inventory systems that communicate information well, whether you're using mouse and keyboard or a controller, not to mention the VAT system in combat. Moving on, Super Mario Eclipse thrives on the ease with which you can control Mario. All of it is intuitive. Play around with the basic controls for a bit and you'll find moves the game never told you about in no time. The movement in Eclipse is so deeply satisfying that I sometimes boot up the game just to platform around for the sake of it. This is what I mean by ease of use. A game can be as deep as the ocean, but easily communicable gameplay can go a long way for keeping me engaged. Now, for my second and final point. Iconic, right? But would it hit the same if it weren't for the sound effects? Obviously not. I feel like that clip made my point well enough that I could end this section here, but let's go a little further. To me, audio-visual feedback is integral when it comes to making a game feel like a STEM toy. Performing an action in a game should be accompanied by satisfying sound. Think grabbing rings in Sonic, hitting the slots in Clover Pit, or receiving an item in Zelda. In fact, Clover Pit would be a great way to demonstrate what I'm talking about. Much like a real slot machine, Clover Pit uses audio-visual feedback to stimulate the player and create a sense of satisfaction. The sound design complements what you're seeing on screen perfectly. My point is that visual effects are only half of the recipe, and that great audio can enhance them tenfold. The key word here is, as always, satisfaction. Again, I feel like this is an easy point to make, so I'll leave you with these clips for a moment.
Hello!
Those were just some examples off the top of my head, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Well, these have been my thoughts on the STEM toy-like qualities of video games. I'm not exactly the best at writing or getting my point across, but I hope you enjoyed my rambling regardless. This whole YouTube thing is new to me, so I'd appreciate suggestions on how I could improve. Of course, I can only speak for myself here, so I'd like it if anyone who watches this video could let me know if they have any thoughts on this topic. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you later.